seems that live videos get more views. Okay. I'm going to start over. Didn't mean to say that. So pretend I didn't. So I have to work up I don't have the energy to say this how I want to say it. So, give me a second here. Okay. You are special. You are super intelligent, amazingly creative, intuitive, innovative, more in tune to other people's wants and desires. You know people's secrets just by watching them. You see what is hidden to other people by just observing your environment. You can do anything. You are a poet, a writer, an actor, a creator, and I am looking at notes. Everything you touch turns to gold. You are special. Until one morning you wake up and you're not. You realize that you are common, mundane. You are not special. And people with bipolar disorder have to go through this over and over and over again. We have our hearts broken over and over and over. And that is why I think that people with bipolar disorder have got to be the strongest people on this earth. Because it hits hard when you wake up that morning and realize, just like everybody else, and that high you were on was false. And no, I just don't ever hear anyone ever talk about that. I hear people talk about the signs of certain mood states with bipolar disorder, symptoms, behaviors, and I just don't hear people talk about what it feels like. The the pain over and I mean, we can have these highs that feel great, but we ruin our lives. And we wake up one day, and not only are we realizing we're not special, we're, you know, just another guy, just another girl trying to get by. And yet we have done something to completely destroy our lives, to make it all, like maybe you slept with someone you now regret. Maybe you spent all your money. Maybe you are realizing you're embarrassed at the things you've said while you were on a high. So now not only do you have to deal with the, I mean, disappointment isn't even the right word. It's beyond disappointment to wake up and realize that you're not special in the way that mania makes you feel, or hypomania. But also, you have to clean up your mess. Over and over and over. I can't tell you how many times I have had to start over because of bipolar disorder. Um, I, it's just, it's a vicious disorder. In the moment, when you're high and the creativity is flowing and the energy is flowing, and maybe, like, that feels great, but sometimes you don't know that you're on a high. Sometimes you completely and utterly believe the false ideas that are floating around your freaking head. That you have some sort of special brain power or insight, and you think that state of being is normal for you, like that's your norm. So when you wake up, and it might be opening your eyes in the morning and realizing you're not that special. It might be like in the middle of the freaking day when your mood, whenever your mood decides to switch. And there are people that only have manias. And I imagine it's harder for them to keep control of their situation. I don't know for sure, but my thought is that because they don't ever have, they only know the high. So they want to keep attaining that high. So it's like drugs. But if you have both manias and depression, at least you maybe won't be going for the high because you know what the depression feels like after. But I'm not even talking about depression yet. I'm just talking about the normal waking up and just like shaking your head for a second and going, oh, I was hypomanic and now everything is so wrong. I thought I was special and I'm not. I'm no more special than anybody. And And then I have to wonder, okay, great. I had a high. Am I going to get the depression? And in this instance, I did. I didn't make those because people weren't watching them. I didn't make, I didn't answer messages, texts, because I just wanted to, I just had to make my world smaller because of this depression, following a hypomania. So now I am not only not special, but I have no energy. I force myself through the day. I make a short list of things I need to do. And by golly, if I just get one done, I'm happy. I I'm I don't know, I'm not depressed in that. That's the other thing, is people don't understand what the feelings, what a bipolar depression feels like, the feelings that go with it, not what it feels like, but the feelings that you have during them. Like, for example, lately, I no energy. I just get something, like the most important thing is train with this dog. I got that done today. I can't do anything else. I have no brain power. I'm anxious. I have no, I have no, I'm just not thoughts. It's harder for me to talk, and and I just had the desire to make my world smaller, just to cope. And what I mean by that, by smaller, is keeping to myself. Um, is, um, keeping my mind keeping my mind out of my mind to avoid feelings. See, there's two sets. You have the feelings that come with the depression, the the disappointment you feel about yourself, because now you're depressed, and now not only are you not special, you're a big fat loser, and you're disappointed in yourself. And um, that's one example. So I do things to occupy my brain to try to avoid those feelings so they don't get the best of me. If I indulge in those feelings, I get stuck there. And that's when it only perpetuates. So I get my tablet and I go in my bedroom and I watch fantasy TV shows on Netflix. If it, I like to have nighttime for watching TV because I can focus better on it. And so I close the curtains and turn off any light. I get it as dark as I can if it's in the middle of the day. And I watch these really stupid, like Sabrina the Witch and the newer one. But anyway, and I just like am focusing everything on this because it's easy and I'm avoiding feelings and the thoughts the thoughts are easy. The thoughts are easy for me to talk myself out of because it's logic and logic doesn't require emotion. So I can talk myself and I can say to myself, well, you're special to your family. You're good at this and you should take every day as a gift. And but no matter how much I say that or do my cognitive behavioral therapy exercises, I still feel, oh my God, I'm going to get old and die. Panic. I don't have a job. I'm disabled because I'm mental. That's really embarrassing to try to tell people because they want to know what you do for a living. And so I'm a loser and I feel like a loser. I can tell myself all kinds of things, but that doesn't mean I feel that way. So, and I've been reading the Walking Dead, the comic compendium. So it's really just more like TV, just on paper. Um, I can't even get into Harry Potter. So, um, so, one day I say I'm going to keep making videos because it might help one person. And then I see the views and I'm like, it's a waste of my time. When I don't, though, I get depressed. So I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know what's going to happen after this mood. Um, I feel like giving up on every interest I have had and just shrinking. I would like to shrink. Um, until I'm basically invisible. Um, I don't enjoy being fake friendly with my clients. But I am because I need the extra money. It's just, but sometimes if I have a day and I just have one appointment a day, 3-4 times a week, I I'm was fine. during hypomania. And then, but even though I am accomplishing the goals, I feel like I'm a faker. And I feel like I'm not really a dog trainer, even though the dogs are learning what the owners wanted me to get them to learn. So I don't, it's just weird how the brain of someone with bipolar disorder works. I mean, you can point things out to them, and if they're in a depression, it's not going to matter because they're going to find the negative. They're going somehow, it's just, I, I just get what I get tired of is, and I know everybody goes through things in life where they, their lives are upturned and they have to start over. But I don't think the people understand how much it takes out of us to have to do this over and over and over. I mean, to go through it. It's not like it happens once and you're done. And for me, I sometimes I if I am in hypomania, I will have moments where I think that maybe I detect hypomania, but I really don't know that it happened until it's over and I feel the crap. That's been, like just the shittiness I feel when I wake up and it's gone, and I'm like, oh, I am not that good. I'm not special. It was hypomania tricking me again. Great. Now let's just brace ourselves for the depression that comes. I am grateful that I very rarely, almost never, have a full manic episode, like hospitalization, like early appointment to the psychiatrist kind of situation. Um, I would I did a YouTube search the other day because I wanted to see how many other people make videos like mine where they're real people in real environments talking about the realness of bipolar disorder, their experiences, how they feel, what they've done, nitty gritty. And all I can find is videos by psychologists, therapists, psychiatrists, mental health organizations, the signs and symptoms of bipolar disorder, or, I mean, just everything but the real deal. Um, because, yeah, you have to know the symptoms of a certain mood shift, but you got to let people know what they're going to feel when the feelings that come with these mood shifts, because so they're not taken off guard. I mean, it's like, just want to tell all of them now, listen, when you're in a mania and a hypomania, there's going to come a day when you're not in it, and you're going to realize that you're just like everybody else, just trying to get by, earn a living, have a place to live, have, just everyday life. And you're going to be disappointed that you are, in fact, not special in a way that you have special powers, that you have the ability to look into people, to know people, to um, just be super insightful and feel like you're above everyone around you because they're just so lowly and stupid. Um, and when you wake up and you realize that that's all false, you're going to have to deal with that realization. And and also the brace for the realization that depression is now around the corner if it has not hit already with an immediate switch. I usually have a day to 2 days between my mania to depression. Um, my depressions with my medication used to be shorter, just like no more than a week. But with the changes as I've gotten older, um, the depressions are more pronounced, the symptoms and the length of time. And I need to really keep track of this because I have a lot of things in my body that is cyclical in nature. Sleeping, which can be related to bipolar disorder. So, bipolar disorder, anxiety. I have periods where I'm very anxious and periods where I'm not. CBD oil has helped a lot with the anxiety, but when I'm depressed and have anxiety, it doesn't seem to be quite as helpful, except at bedtime. And then I have IBS, and I swear to God that it follows the same cyclic nature as my bipolar disorder. Now, is that really weird or what? So, at least I just kind of smiled just now. I haven't felt like the other thing I've been binging watching is when I'm not watching these shows and I have to be downstairs because my service dog will not let me spend too much time upstairs because he's trained to keep me from isolating. So when I'm forced to go downstairs, I watch Fail Army and Funny Animals, and that's just it. I just want the day over. It's it goes on way too long. I have no energy. I I don't feel good about myself. When I'm depressed, my body image is shit. Um, when I'm myself or hypomanic, I have more of the attitude of, I'm 50 years old, and I don't get a whole lot of exercise. I've got some fatness on my belly. I'm in better shape than a lot of people. You know, I'm me. I'm okay with being me. But when I am depressed, I'm not. It is like I can feel my body in every movement I make. My clothes feel different when I'm depressed. They're just touching me all over. It's like, you know, um, some women who are going through menopause or people with autism talk about their clothes. Well, I get that way in my depressions. Some clothes that I can't wear. So it can't be, sorry guys, I have to bring it up. It can't be menstrual because I had a hysterectomy quite a while ago, and I'm on hormones, so estrogen every day. So um, I've been on thyroid for several months now. It was low. It's in normal range now. A little low though. Um, but I don't think that what I'm feeling um, so far in this depression, I'm not, I don't, this very room that I was having the weird, where it looked dark and shadowy and the colors were very muted, I'm not having that. Maybe that's the CBD oil because I haven't been depressed since I've been taking it. It looks completely normal. But I definitely am bipolar depressed to a, depending on the time of the day, a mild to moderate extent. So that's what I've been doing instead of making brooms and doing videos. And I don't know how much longer I'm gonna spend doing that. I have I'm going to a concert. My favorite band, Slater Kinney, is playing. I'm going alone. I've already done it once to see them. They're the only band I would go to see anyway. So I kind of grew up with them, so it's like gonna be people my age. And it's in the city. I live like 2 hours away in rural area. And what I did last time, I'm going to do it again this time, is do a dry run during the day. Go to where it's being held, get a layout, a floor plan of where parking is and what it looks like. And that helped quite a bit the first time. That is August 12th. So, social anxiety wise, which actually the social anxiety hasn't been too bad at all with the CBD oil. But like I said, just some general anxiety with the depression. And then in the fall, September through October, is the Renaissance Festival, which I'm always looking forward to. I've saved some money so I can spend it. I'm just praying I'm not in this mood state still. I imagine I, I'm afraid I'm going to be depressed for the concert. Just, put me in your thoughts and prayers that I'm not, so I can enjoy myself. Uh, I should be okay by September for the Renaissance Festival, but isn't this crazy? I mean, we have to think about where our moods are going to be when we plan events. You know, people don't know this stuff. They don't know. They don't talk about feelings related to bipolar disorder or everything that goes into that's different if you didn't have it. Everything that goes into planning for an event, getting just ready mentally for an event. It's just, how am I going to not make an ass of myself by being depressed or be a pest because I'm manic and won't shut up. I mean, we have to think about these things. Sometimes we have to cancel because of these things. And people who want you to be at these events so badly don't understand that you do have something that may require you to not attend. No, you're just exaggerating or just not taking you seriously. Like it's something you can turn on and off. It's just sometimes it mentally, I would like to reach out and slap somebody sometimes. I would never do it, but I've just been like, I'm going to leave the room. So I'm going to, this is shorter, but gotta stick to the schedule so I can get through this depression. It does feel good talking to you guys, anybody who listens. Since I really don't have anybody else really that really knows what I'm talking about. So, yeah, so I hope that the people in your life are a little more sensitive and understanding and listen to you, hear you when you talk about how you feel. Because I'm not getting much of that. Sometimes my mom gives me false hope because she doesn't want to hurt my feelings, and then I find out she wasn't serious the whole time. This is very disappointing. I'm just going to have to tell her somehow at some point to be honest with me, not, okay, that's a whole nother subject. So I'm going to say goodnight and thank you, Linaire, for, it's just, depression again that I just have to get through. All right. I'll talk to you later sometime, guys.